I will not forget YouTube chat. There's probably some way to incorporate YouTube chat into the Twitch chat, but I'm not sure how to do that. Hello, Aurora, what's up? Yeah, I did. Yeah. I I didn't really tell people, but I actually had dinner with Lakari, Alice, and Imiru when I got back from TwitchCon. Um, so I saw her fairly recently, and I'm just I'm just glad that, or I hope she found her peace. And it takes a lot to come out with stuff like that. And Miskiff is a piece of shit, but we've always known that. Okay. But anyways, yeah, she did. Yeah. Okay. All right. So today we're gonna be building the Minimi40. It is so cute. So this is going to be available from Canon Keys, and they have been teasing this for a little bit. But the group buy goes live October 31st through December 3rd. And this thing is very small, but also there's a lot. Yeah, a little pillow. It might be small, but there's a lot. That's cute, thank you. Okay, so this is the sleeve that it came with, right? So yeah, it is like a little pillowcase. And this is meant to be like quote unquote like a travel keyboard as far as I know. But I did bring this to TwitchCon. But here, we're taking it out. Whoa! Hello, Dash Key. Look at it. It's kind of like old school, like pencil case, But here it is. So it has a cover, right? Whoop. And here's the board. Is that cool? So it's a little loose right now because the screws, but yeah. This is the keyboard case. So this is the first time I've seen something like this. I mean, maybe there have been other ones like this before, but the idea is that, it has a lid. It's inspired by a bento box. So I said pencil case, but it's more like a bento box. And the case itself is actually the keyboard as well, right? So we do have this. I'm going to take this out. And you can see, so this plate was loose, but as you can see, the PCB is screwed in right here. But yeah, so this is the top cover, right? Oh yeah, ever since I got nails, I've just been like tapping everything. But yeah, so here's the lid, right? So as you can see right here, like a bento box, right? There's nothing that like latches onto it. It is more of like, it uses this like silicone piece, as you can see, that goes around it right here, right? So as long as it's in this case and also like somewhat flat, it won't move. But like, for example, if you were to do that, right, it falls off because there's nothing like latching onto it. But yeah, so this is the case. This is the board, right? A little 40s board, right? Shape inspired by a bento box. Hello, Set. Hello, everyone. As you can see, right, there are screws where it keeps the PCB in place, and we'll open it and everything, right? But here you can see on the sides, the bezels are going to be all even or equal. And then it does have this like cutout for the lid silicone piece to sit on top, right? Yeah, you could just like do this and like tie a rope. Like I have some rope right here, some paracord. You could just like, you know, tie it like a present. You know, just like tie it. But anyways. So this case is ABS plus PBT injection molded, right? Here is the front, right? And then here is the side, or here. Here's the side. Ooh. So this is not like an actual seam where it goes together. This is, I'm guessing, just like the injection part, but it is just like a pseudo seam. You can see it's very curvy. Here's the back. So it says Minimi40. It has the 4 feet, and like I said, the corner is very, very curvy. It's a very relatively simple shape. And then here is the USB port side. So it is a left-hand USB port, right? And then here's the front, or yeah, front side. And then if you want to see what it looks like, so here's like the top of the lid. Here's like the side with the lid. Here's the back of the lid, and here is the USB port side of the lid. Ooh. So like that. Let's see. I think the coming soon page has already been released, but it is a 4x12. And then another neat thing is that while this is a lid, if you don't need the lid, it can function as a wrist rest as well. Right? So you can just, it's multifunctional. And then you can type on it. Right? Or if you really want, you could just put stuff in here. You know, as a little case thing. But yeah, so this is designed by Kibiwi, but Canon Keys is running it, and it starts at $125 for a wireless hot swap or $110 for wired hot swap. So depending on which one you want. There is supposedly a strap that comes with it, but I don't have it, unfortunately. And there's going to be 4 or 5 colors. There's white, black, sage, lavender, pink. So I have the white one. So the wireless will be using ZMK, right? Wired hot swap, wired solder uses QMK. And then there is a wired EC version that is QMK. And then the neat thing about this one is that you can do 2 different layouts. So you can do like the stagger being like the normal, or you could do ortho, right? If you want. But let us just take this out and then we'll look at it. So it has like the 2 screws right here. Ortho bad. Yeah, I brought the banana keyboard to TwitchCon, and oh wait, I do have the strap. Oh, I do have the strap. It was just inside. Okay, so that's neat. Sorry, I thought I didn't have it, but here you go. Here it is. So it really is just like a lunchbox bento box. Cute. I wonder if I can make it like tighter. Yeah, you can. It does use a Velcro. It has the branding right here. But yeah. I do have it, sorry. This reminds me of those like exercising work bands. Okay. Also, to mention on this bag, there is like a almost like a magnetic part right here, right? So you don't have to worry about this bag Well, it's not like super strong, so it could come loose, but if you were to do that, there is something kind of holding it in place. But of course, if you like, oh, never mind. Okay, yeah, if you do that really heavily, it'll come undone, but as you can see, it is like relatively okay to keep it shut. Keep sleeping bag. Okay, well, yeah, let's take this off and we'll see. It's been so long. I've done a keyboard build on stream. So this uses leaf spring mount. The default plate is PC. What plates do we get? Oh, I guess it doesn't have. Oh wait, add-ons. So, oh, this is interesting. So it looks like the plates you can get are Alu, PC, Palm, FR4, but I guess the default is PC. Oop. Is there another thing keeping it in place? Let me see. Okay, there it goes. Alright, so here are the internals of the board, as you can see right here, right? So it does use the Easy Mate, right? It looks like you do have, okay, so it looks like these are the bridges to raise it up and to keep the PCB in place from what it looks like. And then here is the battery cover that does have a screw, I guess, to like keep it shut. But it looks like in the event that, you know, you want to take it apart, you actually can, right? So these are bridges to keep or to lift up the internals so that the PCB can screw into place. But then here you can see like a couple different screws like all throughout, and I'm gonna take it apart. I'm gonna see what it does. I got another question about the summer times. Yeah, go ahead. I think it is missing a screw. It probably got lost in transit. Oh, okay. So it looks like it does. Oh, you know what? You know, earlier I was like, that's a fake seam. It's actually not a fake seam. It's a real seam. Do I need to film them? No, you don't. So it looks like, yeah, it actually was a seam on the side, right? And this is just like the bottom case. So technically the case itself is 3 different pieces, right? You do have these aluminum leaf spring mounted 2 CNC. So these are held in place by 2 screws. Oh, let me take this off. Yeah, the summer times, these are the new molds, so it doesn't have the issues that the first variation had, so you should be okay. So one thing to note is that these screws, or the case screws, they are threaded. They are indeed threaded, so that's nice. So here is what the bridges look like, or the leaf springs. Ooh. So this part is raised as like a post to screw the PCB in, and then this bottom, these two are for keeping it into the case. How's TwitchCon? That's good. I was good in Artist Alley. There's a lot of shit that happened, but in terms of like on my end, nothing bad, thankfully. So looking here, did I see any fights break out? I didn't, but I did see a lot of people trying to like flip farm. So that was interesting. Okay, so it looks like here you can just put the battery, and you can put it here. Oh wait. Okay, so it actually would go, the wire would go up right here. Yeah. There was that chopper, yes. Let me put this on. Okay, so it's kind of interesting because there's only the screw right here, and there's not like a screw right here either. So this part does kind of like lift a little bit. I don't know if you could see that. It's a little tiny lift. Like it's not an issue, but mine is not like staying flat right there. That's okay. But this is where the battery would go in. And I'm assuming you don't actually have to take this part off. But here you could see this is where the daughter board would then go, right? You can just screw all this shut. Do you guys know the designer of this board? I feel like the 40s community is very like close together. I know Melon Bread is about to do the MB run. I'm happy for him. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I'm trying to think like in which case you would actually take this mid piece off. I wonder if later on you can like mix match how you want, but it's interesting. Oh, let me see. Let me actually look at the geek hack. Oh, they actually changed it. Oh, okay. Okay, okay. This keyboard is actually so cute. Alright, so I would say, well, relatively this case is like more on the simple side. The actual like I would say like meat of this board is all the PCB options, right? So you do have quite a bit. So first of all, you'll have ortho and then like just the normal layout, right? That'll come in wired or wireless. So you have 4 options, but it looks like it's gonna be offering EC PCBs as well. So that's pretty rare. I feel like that's very rare in a keyboard to have like multiple layouts in that sense, like between like ortho or staggered and also EC. So I'd say the biggest point for this is that it's very versatile from what I'm seeing, right? So not only can you have those two, but then you also have EC as well. Hello. Let's see. But that being said, the board itself starts relatively cheap, but I'm assuming after you get like all the different PCs, all the different plates, because you need different plates, right? Like it could add up eventually. But as you guys can see here, this is the staggered wireless PCB hot swap. So a couple different options. I don't know if this is the final layout, but looks like bottom row is actually what has the most options. So you have option of 3. You can either do a big bar or there are 2 split spacebar layouts, and then you can also pick between your would this be like right shift? But yeah. So it looks like everything up here is going to be pretty set except for the spacebar row and then this part. The switch, you can see it's right here, right? The battery, the on and off right there, right? There's no per key or anything like that. And then looking at the back, so this is where the connector would go. No, oh, there is a physical reset button right here. Right here. Can I link my WeakORs? I can't. Quite an accessible option, especially compared to normal 40 sphere. Yes. The thing with this board is it has a lot of options. So when you're buying it, you just really have to be careful between like picking the right plates, right? Thanks for the follow. I'm not a 40s person, but I do like how many options they're offering regarding the PCB alone. Yeah, like it's not uncommon to see, you know, a whatchamacallit? It's not uncommon to have MX and for EC, but it is uncommon to have MX ortho, and on top of that EC, right? So Ksov, don't listen to him. Ksov is a 40s user. He's an imposter. He's an imposter. um and then here is the FR4 plate. So it looks like the plate options. PC, PUM, Alu, and FR4 will come in ortho and staggered. I'm assuming that EC PCBs will use a different plate, but I'm not sure. Yeah, Kizov's imposter. But no flex cuts. Yeah, I only have the one plate to show you guys. There's also no foam. Let's see. So everything you get. So here's everything you'll get in the box. So you'll get the lid, you'll get the base, you'll get the PC plate. So PC is default. You'll get the 2 leaf springs. So these 2 PCB of your choice. So either the staggered, the ortho, or the EC. Fly dot boarded cable. You'll get a battery. If you get wireless, you'll get a carrying pouch, which is color specific to your case color. You'll get an elastic, and they've actually mentioned that they know this band is loose, so they're going to make it tighter. So that's something they've already are working on. Looks like you'll get a switch and keycap puller and a USB cable. so that's neat. But yeah, in terms of add-ons, you can get the keycap set that they designed for it. You can pick between wire solder, a wired solder PCB, wired hot swap PCB, wireless hot swap PCB, and a wired EC PCB. You can pick between the other plates, and then you can pick like a different strap, a different carrying pouch, which are available in all the 4 colors in the 5 colors they're offering. You can buy more aluminum leaf springs if you need to. You can buy extra lids, you can buy extra cases, you can buy extra feet, extra batteries. Hello, Kiss. Thank you for the resub. So it looks like you can mix and match this technically if you wanted to, right? So that's interesting to see. But yeah. Alright, let's put this back on. I know, right? But that's pretty rare. You don't really see that too often. At least, I don't know how it is with 40s, but I feel like 40s, you're kind of limited. So this is pretty nice that you have all that. It'll be interesting. So you could technically buy that, but I think you would have to buy like 2 cases, right? But yeah, you could get a different bezel if you wanted. Did I hear what? Did I hear what? Wait, really? Damn! Wait, come visit me and do that for me too. That's sick. Okay, I need to take pictures for social media before I forget. Oops, wrong one. Actually, no, that's right. Imagine someone buys this just to use it as a bento box. That would be so funny. But yeah, or a giant pencil case. Yeah, that's exactly what. Earlier you said it reminds you of like the old pencil box. Thank you for the follow. It kind of does, right? I'm just gonna post on social media really quick. I need to be better about like doing that, but I'm so bad at it. Hello. Oh shit. Why does it say I'm going live? That's not good. Oh god, you can see my food streak. Look, I ate. Oh my god. Lil bento box keep Minimi40. A tag cannon case. Yeah, I mean you could wash it too. Stories. Okay. Which ginkgo one did you get? This cube is so cute. Yes. I am I'm just posting on social media, but I got a little distracted. There is so much blowing up right now in the scene that it's a little it's a little insane. Is it the one where she's in the corner, or is it the one or is it the onsen one? Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, you can. I would just don't dry it. I would just air dry it personally. Okay, I just have one more platform I have to post it on, then I'm done. You can hand wash it, yeah. I think most people would actually recommend hand washing, but if you're not about that life, you can put it in the dryer as well. I mean, you can put it in the washer as well, not the dryer, sorry. Yep, soap and water, yep. Yeah, I mean, it's weird. Yeah, you can use a sponge. So I've heard some people say they've machine washed it and they just don't like dryer and then it's fine. I know most people do hand wash it. So it's really up to you, right? Of course, like don't use bleach if you do machine wash it, but um I've heard either way works. So, but hand washing is probably the safest option if you're trying to avoid like damaging or anything. Okay, alright, I've posted. Now we'll do stabilizers. In terms of layouts, I think I do want to do the split. I feel like big bar is fine, but I feel like if we're gonna use a mini, like a little small, right? If your washer has one of those center columns in the drum, don't wash it. But if it doesn't, you should be okay. Thank you, interloper. Split bar, best bar, yeah. I do use my right hand more. So I'll do the bigger right bar, right? I mean, I use big bars on everything. I guess it depends. Like, big bar would mean less stabs to do. Um, okay. Split bar, no stabs, yeah. Yeah. Is that the tech? Okay, I'm gonna have to cut these. Concert, who are you gonna see? Nice. Dijon's also a cool name for a sauce. Patricia, yeah. Um, you know what? This season's anime, there hasn't really been anything that I'm like, wow, amazing, I guess. I've been watching a lot of those like um isekai ones, but it's like there's one about this noble lady that likes to like punch people. Um, there's also the one where like a noble lady, it's all noble ladies likes to eat monster meat. I'm watching that one too. Oh yeah, Sophia, yeah. Cinderella Gray. Is that one good? May I ask for one final thing? Yeah. Um, I just got my sister to watch Kaiju. But that one ended already. A while less boss appeared, I see. Oh, I've been watching this really, really pretty one where it's like shit. It's like this little girl who her father is like the highness and she can't cast magic and she's like this little blonde girl. She's the artwork is really pretty, but basically she's like trying to get on her dad's like good side so he doesn't like banish her later on. What is it called? Um, if someone can link Crunchyroll, I can probably look up the name, but I'm watching that one too. Secrets of the Silent Witch. I watched that last season. Is that really the way to do it? She is, but not as much as me, I would say. But it depends, because we watch different ones. Oh, really? Yeah, it's David Arch. Let's see. So the ones I'm watching. Oh, My Hero Academia. Um, Past the monster meat, my lady. May I ask for one final thing? The fated magical princess, who made something something. Uh, there's also like a gatherer I'm watching. What is it? Uh, where is it? What the heck is it? Yeah, I'm watching that one. Um, To Your Eternity just came out. Uh, but I couldn't really get back into it. I don't know. Maybe it picks up, but I had a hard time watching. I watched the 2 seasons, but oh, Hell's Paradise is good. I'm waiting for uh what's the weird one? Uh the one where it's like the post-apocalyptic world and they're trying to find this doctor and it goes back and forth between like past and present. Um oh God, what is it called? It was 2 years ago. Yeah, Heavenly Delusion. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Heavenly Delusion. No, Link Click is the Chinese one. I do like Link Click, don't get me wrong. Look at your semi-decent switches. Okay, I'll do the stabs so that Canon Keys isn't like, oh my god, she did no stabs. But then afterwards I'll try the no stabs and see. Because it's gonna be a relatively fast build, so I also need to respond to this message. Oh, Matt. Edge runners. Which one is that one again? The cyberpunk one? Or is that different? Oh yes, I did watch that one. Low-key, like, cyberpunk stuff kind of freaks me out, but there was one manga I read when I was really young, um, called, what is it? Battle Angel something. Yeah. And that one was really sad, in my opinion. Um, they've remade it, or yeah, they've remade it, but yeah, my first cyberpunk was Ghost in the Shell, also freaked me out. But I think the one, like, anime movie out of, like, all the fucked up ones I've ever watched, uh, Akira was definitely one of them. I know everyone's like, that's a classic, but a lot of people didn't watch that until they were older. I watched that when I was a young kid, and it fucked me up. Like, there was one scene in the movie where, like, I just had nightmares thinking that it could happen to me. And I'm not gonna spoil it because, like, you know, some people haven't watched it. But yeah, as a little kid watching that, holy shit. A lot of like the old animes were really dark. Like also watching like Perfect is it Perfect Blue or True Blue, something like that. There's also like Millennial Actress and uh there's also one I watched back in the day about like mermaid meat that was also Paprika wasn't like fucked up. There's another weird one that I really liked, like anime movie. It's like Tekken Krit or something like that. Um That one I thought was really good. That one's about Kuro and Shiro, so it's like black and white. It's like these two orphan kids. I know it's supposed to be like a bento box. Kind of cute, right? Not kind of cute, very cute. There's also another one I remember watching. It's pretty bloody. Um, was it Samurai X? I think that might be the one. But unfortunately, I don't watch any of the new Rurouni Kenshin stuff because of the author. I feel like I got really desensitized to a lot of stuff. Um, basically, you know, CP stuff. Yeah, it's not good. Yeah. Like, is it death of an author? Uh, I don't know. It's hard because I know a lot of people were whenever whatchamacallit, like Neil Gaiman, that all that stuff like came out. I think if the author is profiting off of it, you shouldn't support them because it just feeds that like it just feeds them. But if they're already like passed away and stuff like that, I do feel it's a little different. It's still bad, but it really depends. And typically, separating art from the artist, I feel like is kind of like a cheap cop out answer, but I understand it. Does that make sense? I think I think it's a bit different if the person is still alive versus like if they have already like deceased, but yeah. Yeah. I think that is part of like I think it's like a part of growing up. It's like realizing that, you know, the people that you looked up to could be bad people and just shouldn't really be surprised in this day and age. I know this is a kind of like cynical thought process, but yeah, it does suck when like someone you really liked created this fandom, like especially you growing up and how it helped you a lot. It turns out that person's a piece of shit, but I think at some point, it's like, yeah, you can try to separate the two, but there's like other people you can support, that aren't terrible human beings. Okay, Raid. Hello. We're building a custom keyboard today. I thought that was Neil Gaiman. Yeah. My dad was like pissed because he was like, my dad's a collector and he's just always collected. And now he has all this Neil Gaiman things and he's like, well, fuck. Yeah. I bet my dad was like saving all it to be like later on be vintage, you know, collector's edition. I'm pretty sure my dad went to some of his signings too. Like my dad was a fan. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I think it's just very apparent, it's like there are a lot of bad people in the world. Just because they create something good doesn't make them good, and I don't know. Okay, we're gonna do bigger right bar right here. So we're gonna do two builds. We're gonna do it with stabs and then one without stabs, because content and also the real 40s experience. Okay, switches. Let's see. If anyone has any questions about keyboards, like if you're new here, feel free to ask. I got quite a bit of new followers from TwitchCon, so don't be shy. Don't be shy. What switches are we using? You know what? I don't know. These are the ones I bought from Unikey, so I'll try to figure. Where's Objective? Objective always IDs them for me. I'm looking. These are just the one, because I just have like baggies of them. So let me see. Uh, Patty, what's the white thingy by the right edge of the PCB? Oh, this is the switch for the battery to do on and off. They're green stems, actually. Okay. If I could just look at my email to find my receipt, I could probably figure out what these are. Okay, I found it. These are Haimu mulberry tactile switches. Hmm. Actually, I'm not gonna use these. I'm not gonna use them. Couple, don't type up the command. I'm not gonna use them. These need to be looped. I would hate to do that, guys. These have really bad ping. I know, but I was just listening to them. They are crunchy. They're crunchy. We're not doing crunchy. Let's do these are HMX Sue. Those switches have the silent tops. Do they? I'm not sure. I remember there was one time I was like, chat, what do I buy? Yeah, there are these. I know. He told me. Yeah, these are HMX Sue switches. They're very pink. I can't believe Ankit lives in Austin. I still haven't seen him. He hates me. Low-key. HMX Sue. Hello, Ink. What's up? HMX. Oh, really? Wait. This is wrong. Hold on. Oops. It's like, wait. Hold on. I had it upside down. Sorry, give me one moment. Okay, this is the right way. Sorry. This switch is upside down. Oop. It's been raining a lot here. So I had shaken beef. I bought rotisserie chicken for later. My trainer was giving me shit. I lost 1 pound of muscle, gained 2 pounds of fat. I'm the same weight, but you know. I was like, but I was at TwitchCon, like, I'm sorry. He's like, girl, you need to eat more protein. So I had shaken beef. I have rotisserie chicken for later. Calories don't count on vacation. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But, you know, that's not what my body's saying. But, a little TMI, but I did just start that time of the month for me, so. The starting is not too bad. It's like the second or third day where I'm really like, I'm going to die. So, right now I'm okay, but come tomorrow or the day after, I might be a little like, hey guys. You know, I might be very tired. I try to go see my doctor, but she's booked until next year, February. Isn't that crazy? She's booked all the way out until next year, February. So I did a telecall with her, thankfully. I think I'm gonna do. Oops. So my 40s users in chat, why did they give you this split option? Like, is this split option like usually split between 40s users? Between having like either the shift or the FN position? They can. There's a bunch of them typing in chat. You guys don't know, but 40's users are like insane typers, okay? If anything, they're the true like custom keyboard warriors. Like, we're normies compared to them, okay? Like, we're the normies in their eyes. Oops. I never used race shift, so I just split. It type fast as AF, yeah. Some folk use it for a layer swap, I see. Right shift is a waste of a key anyway. I see. I don't normally use board happening. I see, I see. Okay. Okay. Next thing is figuring out, okay, this battery thing goes like... So this is where the JST would go, and this is where the battery would go. Okay, so we're gonna put this down. Okay. And then the two screws go right there. You think the 40s people are deranged? You should talk to the 20s. Isn't Cal a 30s user? But do you, I feel like people that use keyboards that small, do you just like, do you ever just miss big boards? Like, okay, this is not the right. This might be not in the slightest. No, really? Like, not at all. Is it because you're so used to like the smaller board? Hold on. There you not doing it. Okay, let's just hope we can get this cable around. So, I see. Okay, yeah, they say these are too short. You know Mushaki did? Doesn't Frank use a corn? Mm. Like it's too short. They sent me replacement screws, which are these. As if you look at the difference, you can see. These are way shorter. They sent me longer ones. Yeah. Okay. What keycap set are we using? This little cutie. It's white. This is the board. Like, that's it. I don't have DCS windbreaker. What? You wanna sell me one? What the heck? I kinda wanna use like oh no. Would Poco work? Poco? I don't have bento. I have wait, is after school the Norbauer one? Let me make sure. Oh, so I have the original one. The case is like insane. The packaging, I mean. What do I feel like I've heard this was it 3D Keeps that did it? I got Poco from a local creator. She was selling it. So I picked it up and everything. Sweet, right? Do I use a chicken or a bongo? Oh, DSA was Nor DSS was 30 cubes. Okay, that's what I'm thinking. Bongo. Okay. I do have a pink bongo right here. Oh, so cute! You know, I don't think I own any DSS. I own a DCD and a DCS, but wait, can I still buy Windbreaker? Couple? Did you buy? I will if you will. PBS. I do like PBS. I would like to run a keycap set with Canon keys, but oh yes, we did mention that. Hehe. It's really nice because Canon Keys has like content creator listing for us like um, what we should mention. Yeah, I know, but Couple and I are going back and forth. He's like, I'll buy it if you buy it. And I'm like, well, I'll buy it if you buy it. So one of us has to take the initiative and buy it, but. Are you a sheep? I thought you were mango. I know, I'm gonna buy it, but it's just a matter of when. This is so cute. Okay. This does not seem right. Pretty sure it's this one? Like your movie servers or what? Oh wait, I don't have the space bars for this. I mean, I guess it's okay. Oh, you know what? I think it's this key. No, it's not. These symbols always throw me off. Maybe it is just these keys. I need a tiny tab. This one, I need a tiny enter. Where's my tiny enter? Right here. Well, this is my tiny backspace. Okay, this keycap set doesn't quite work, but I know. I know. You know. Oh, that's terrible. That's too big. You know what? Heckin' YOLO. Is it blasphemous if I put a question mark here instead of this bracket? Is that like shameful? Can the 40s users please tell me? Yeah, I think question mark also looks better. Okay. I'm trying to be respectful. Tiny tab. Do I have a key for this? Maybe I'll put those two. Maybe I'll put this one right here. I kind of want to use more novelties. No, that's not right. It started raining a lot more here. I have so many up arrow keys. Okay, whatever. Close enough. Yeah, I know. Especially when it comes to keycap sets, right? Can you guys hear the rain? Should I close my window? It was a nice breeze from the rain, so I opened it, but now I realize it's kind of loud, huh? Can't hear shit, boss? Okay, well, that's good. Okay, then I'll leave it open. Wait, it's because of my filter. What if once I turn it off, then that's all you guys hear? We'll see. We'll see. No, it's the bento box lid. And fun fact, the bongo cat is okay. It's okay. Look how cute! You guys! Look. Match made in heaven. Oh! So cute! Wait. I'm gonna do a photo shoot with my little guy too. And then also look, I have the pink switches too. Right? And that's not it. Oh my god, it's all so batchy. I love it. I love it. I didn't ruin it. Come on. Come on. This. Perfect. You guys. Cookie Curls is an icon, okay? Cookie Curls is that. I know, she's an icon. Okay, let me put these screws back in here before I forget. Okay. Let's hear out how it sounds. So this cover also can function as a wrist rest, but you don't have to use it if you don't want. Honestly, we could just put it up here and put our little cute stuff. I feel. Whoa. Cute. Alright. Let's see. Let's actually test that it all works first. We need a patty EDC flat lay. What does that mean? I know, right? I'm guessing this uses file. Let's see. It does not. Oh. Let's see. Does it use file? I have the... Oh, it's via. QMK ortho via bin. Oh, yes, the wireless one uses ZMK, you're right. Yeah. You are right. USB. C Studio unlocking behavior. For security reasons, your keyboard requires unlocking before using ZMK. Okay. Yeah, I'm just trying to remap it. It's being recognized, but I'm not sure how to unlock it. So these triggers, it's a single key. Oh, nope, that was not that one. Nope. These triggers were like be configured with the studio. Yeah. Okay, I'll try. Oh. I don't think it was any of those. Oh, wait. They have it. Wait, do they have it? Oh, okay. To unlock, press FN2 right shift right control. Right shift, right control. What's FN2? Okay, let's see. Hold on. Oh, shit. To unlock, press FN2 right shift right control. Which one's FN2? Okay. I'm trying. This is right control. The question is, which one is right shift? Let me see. Give me a sec. This is right shift. This is right control. Now we need to figure out FN2. Okay, maybe that's not FN2. I'm sad my Discord account got disabled because apparently you're underage. How am I gonna keep up with keyboard stuff? Wait, they banned your account? Okay, is this FN2? Oh my gosh. It's not working. Let's see. This is FN. This is... It's one of these FNs. Okay, it was these three. I just had to do it really fast. Okay, we did it. I can show you guys what I'm looking at if you guys want to see. So this is what I'm looking at right now. So, backspace, return, shift. I'm gonna do this one as a space as well. How do I change it? Key press. Space. Sorry, my cat. Okay. If Discord account got disabled, then you would have to create a new one, right? Okay, so to unlock this was these three keys. And I was trying to, I was like trying to go one by one, but it looks like once I just like did all of them at the same time, it worked. So, all right. Hold on. Alright, so before I go on, there are some PCB behaviors that they mentioned in the thing. So first of all, the wireless PCB has an on and off switch underneath this key. The enter key, we knew that. The Minimi40 supports soft off. This is the intended way for people to turn their keyboard off in soft off mode. Key presses won't work, batteries conserved, wireless will be turned off. It's basically an ultra low power mode that is almost as efficient as being switched off. Okay, to enter soft off, you gotta press FN2, the key next to the right shift, and backspace. So it's these three to do the soft off. To exit soft off, you can hit escape and left control. Yeah, the wireless one is ZMK. So That's kind of interesting that it's not like the same keybind, right? So you basically have to remember that you have to press like you have to press like these keys and then this key to turn it back on. Let's see. Minimi40 supports ZMK Studio. So we already unlocked it. So in the future, if you're looking to unlock it, it's these three. There's a charging LED on the top side of the PCB which turns on when the battery is charging. Let's see. There's a charging LED on the top side of the PCB which turns on when the battery is charging. I do not see that. Let's see. To turn it off, to right here. Boop. Or maybe I don't have it plugged in right. We'll see. I'll look at it afterwards. Bluetooth functions are accessible by holding... Oh, wait. You know what? I might not even have it, like, toggled on. I think that might be it, too. Hold on. Let me see if I just need to toggle it on. Just to be sure. So this one's interesting because you have to physically take off the switch. It's not like some of them where they have like, you know, the cutout. So all you have to do is take off the keycap. This one, you have to take off the keycap and the switch. And then it's like very hidden, like you gotta... Okay. So that should be on now. Bluetooth functions are accessible by holding F2, right shift, escape. Oh, I see. Okay. Yeah, it should just appear. Let me see. Show Bluetooth devices. Oh, it's right here. Your device is ready to go. Yay! It is ready to go. Hello. Okay, so let's like plug this back in, I guess. Okay, where's the charging LED? I don't see it. I guess we'll look for it later. Okay, so we're gonna do a wireless typing. Cool. Okay. From the few boards I've used with ZMK, it's actually pretty responsive. But isn't the main like appeal of ZMK is like the battery life? The interface is like a little weird, like to change keys, but that's okay. Yeah. So let's see. Theme, need a pink. Pink? Oh, maybe not this one. Okay, yeah, maybe this one. Okay, give me one moment, please. Can you guys hear the rain? If you guys can hear the rain, then I will go close my window. No rain? Okay. Alright. So, this is the Minimi40. Oh, that might be the rain. Hold on. It also might be the board, too. Because it's wireless, maybe. I don't know. Okay. This is the Minimi40. We're using HMX2. This is the FR4 plate. And we're using PBT Fans Poco. And we're doing wireless right now. Hold on. No! Hold on. Hold on. Okay, redo, sorry. Um, so one thing to note is that I do have fake nails on right now, so some of the tip taps you might have heard from my nails, so I apologize about that. I got my nails done for TwitchCon, so I wouldn't have like grimy ass fingers, but in case you guys did hear like that, um I'm sorry, but overall though, this actually felt pretty nice to type on. I didn't use the rest stress here, but I didn't really feel like I needed to. And this thing is light. Like, it's so light. I'll try the board now without stabilizers, just because apparently that's like how you're supposed to build 40s, a true 40s. But the ZMK was very responsive. There wasn't ever really a time where I was like, ooh, lag, right? So, but I mean, I've used ZMK like a few times now, so nothing like too bad. But let me just take a quick picture of this, and then I'll swap it out, and we'll see I mean, it's gonna sound the same, right? For the most part with no stabs, but Big Stab is lying to you. So let's see. To turn Bluetooth off. Actually, I mean, I think it's fine. Let's just pull this off. One thing that I wish, like, I wish they had just done like a little cutout. You just leave it odd. Really? I guess it could. Okay, let's just take this all apart. Wait, I guess? No, we need to take the keycaps off. So how many of you guys are buying this keyboard? Or thinking about it? Honestly, for the price point, I would seriously consider buying this too. But I would probably go with the EC build. Little tiny 40s EC. That'd be sick. It does, right? But I imagine it would all kind of add up. It's so cute, right? Plus, you know what? I have so many stickers. I would sticker bomb the heck out of this. Like, personally. Yeah, this board has staggered, ortho, and EC. And because it's like such a simple case, and I don't think it'd be weird if I sticker bombed it. I mean, I know some people don't like sticker bomb, but I personally think that this is, if you're gonna do it with any keyboard, like this is like the keyboard to do it with, you know. So one thing to note is that there is not anything keeping the plate in other than like the switches, so just be aware of that. But for the PCB, you do have these two screws, right? Yeah, and this goes live October 31st. I didn't see the pricing for everything, so I don't know yet, but at least for all the extra stuff, it might already be on the website. Oh, this is the little charge LED right here. Oops, the typing. This is the little charge LED for those who are wondering. You have the perfect sticker, yeah? Where you put it on there. The EC and the pricing, I don't know. Kind of a good deal. That is a very good fit. It's a very tight but good fit. The PCB in the case. at least. Okay. Okay. So now we're gonna go stabless. That's actually perfect for me. Stabs always take me so long. Okay, so now battery pack is on the opposite. I'm gonna try and build it a different way, meaning I'm gonna put this in first and then put the plate on and see if I can build it that way. Just so it's for me to know if it's something you can build like on the go. Like if you don't have like all your tools and stuff. Let's see. If there were some kind of like standoff, I think would be good, but I mean, I guess it doesn't like need it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put the 4 corner switches and then just put it in. Let's see if this will work. Okay, cool. I mean, of course it's dependent on the switches you use, but that is one thing to note, is that I don't see any standoffs to really keep the plate like up. But in this case, what I did is I put the 4 corners and then I just secured it, and now it's slowly putting switches. Oh, I'm sorry, Elvin. Are you okay? Have a good stream? Okay. Be safe. But yeah. So, you don't technically need to build it first. You can just, you know, just slowly pop it in like this. I don't grieve much. I see. I'm okay? Alright. Well, stay safe. I'll talk to you soon. I wonder if this case you have room to just like... No, probably not. I guess you could put the tools in here if you needed to. The bigger. This one we want the bigger. Oh. Okay. Nice. So with the leaf spring, the PCB is resting on like the two screws, right? But then here it is still like a little I mean it's firm, but you know, it's not like your typical what is it called? Like tray mount board. So what NC said earlier, I do think is very like or is like somewhat accurate, like kind of reminiscent of like the Salvation. I think that's what he was saying. But yeah, the idea where it's not just like your typical post for tray mount, it is like the leaf spring, right? This is interesting. Oh, that's weird. That's weird. It's a seesaw. It's a seesaw. You guys. What have I done? Yeah, if you hit in the middle, you're okay. I feel like Dash just told me skill issue. He really said skill issue. Miso! Miso, come back! Three is the biggest I've done stabless. Wait, really? But you guys do use space staff for big bar, right? Right? If it's big bar. Okay, that's good to know. I feel like oh yeah, Switchbox is coming out with like a lot of cool stuff. Did you guys see um the watch keycap? So cool. Yeah, right? Dash keeps. Wait, are you in the Tex-Mex server? Or am I thinking of someone else? Nope. Okay. I'm thinking of, oh, I'm thinking about Dasher. Sorry, Dasher. There's someone in the Tex-Mex server named Dasher. Dixie B B FM. I'm sure like 40s users are very aware of the stereotypes against them. Okay. Cute. Cute. Oh god. I mean, it doesn't feel that much different. It's just like the principle of the matter, you know? It's the principale. It's like you were taught to do something for so long, and like breaking out of that is just always the hardest part, you know? Oh shoot, I forgot. Um, yeah, I'm gonna do wireless again. I mean, I like 40s boards. Like, you guys wanna see a 40s board I have? It's so cute. Like, look. This is my little 40s board. This is the Not by Sam one. Cute, right? Yeah. Sam actually sent that out to me to review. I'm very lucky that... Oh, I didn't get to keep that one. I sent it back to Melon Bread, but I did get to cover that. In fact, I have, oh shit. That's a Smisky. Eee. Harangi? Oh, I'm still waiting on John to send me my cat ear version one. John's designing So Thick That Clock from Cafage is designing a 40s. And I asked him to put like ears on it, so I like Not for Sam a lot. I know, right? Yeah. I'm a Melon Bread fan. I have it on my my Pelican. I'm always repping. Okay. Got my first NFS board. Oh yeah? I'm building it tomorrow. Are you streaming it? I know. I think MB is going live what, November or something? It's soon. It's very soon. Okay. Test. Okay, that works. Okay, you guys. We're gonna do no stabs. Alright. So still FR4 plate. This is no stabilizers. HMX2, no foam, PBT fans Poco. Okay. What do you guys think? It actually was very comfortable with this as a wrist rest. So I think this is honestly a very genius idea. The fact that it's a cover and it's a wrist rest. It's actually, this would be so good, like especially if you have like cats, you know. Whoop, whoop, right here. Wonder if some polyfill would reduce the slight hollowness a bit. Yeah, so it's interesting because there's a couple different factors that, you know, you have to incorporate. So first thing is the material that the board is made out of and also the mounting, but also that this is actually two parts, right? If they had made this like a singular part, I wonder how much that would change, but there's probably some kind of reason for that, making this two parts. But I imagine, like, you know, the plastic on plastic contact definitely doesn't really help the sound. But yeah, I'd say if you're buying this for the sound, you kind of have to go into it with like a certain expectation because it is, you know, like injection molded and you know it's meant to be something that is very lightweight. So um is there a foam kit? I don't think so. Oh shit. Oh my god, how do I, oh no, undo, undo, undo. Oh no, you guys, I was accidentally doing my, you know when I do like the I didn't realize I had edit permissions for the content creator notes. Just ruined everything. I'm trying to fix it now. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Okay, okay. I fixed it. I don't know why they gave me edit mode, but holy shit. Okay. Okay, okay. Yeah, I was undoing everything. I fixed it, it's fine. Um, but yeah, so I would say if you're buying this for the sound, it's something you really have to go in like with certain expectations because the way that the board is made, the price point, and what the functionality of the board is for. Um, oh yeah, so that's this is still one of the prototype units, but yeah, you mean like between cover and the case, like right here, like this, like that. Yeah, yeah. So here are a few of like my like quote unquote criticisms, but it's not like bad criticisms. It's just something interesting that I am curious about. Finish your tendon. Nice. I'm about to explain it. So the first thing is well, I don't want to say criticism, but just like comments. So first thing is that this case is a friction fit, like there's not anything to latch onto it, right? And so that's interesting. It does have like the silicone bit, so it is somewhat like a fitted close, but meant to emulate a bento box, and they do have the strap for you, you know, to put on it, right? And they are changing this so it's a little tighter, but if you're buying this hoping that it will like latch close or if there's like a button, there's not. Like this is just, it's very like loosey goosey. And yeah, as Conan said, like right now there is a little bit of warpage, but I think that's just the nature of how the case is. Also, this has been sent around a lot, so this bird I'd say is meant to be more for like travel and also like, you know, over time, you know, might get like some of these things, but the functionality is still the same. Yeah, I thought a latch would have been cool, but I get it because it's like a bento box. One thing is so for the wireless, so maybe they didn't do this because it's only pertinent for the wireless, but I do think it's interesting that the switch, you have to remove the keycap and the switch to get to it, rather than like what I've seen traditionally is like having like a small cutout on the plate where you can access it just by like taking the keycap off. This is like a non-issue, but it's just interesting and you have to be aware of that. So in case you're like, oh shit, I gotta turn wireless off, right? You gotta remove this and the switch at the same time. Um, Also that there is nothing like a post for the plate to keep with the PCB. So what that means is if you remove all the switches, the plate is then loose, right? This board does offer solder and hot swap. And sometimes with like hot swap builds, they do offer like posts of some kind, especially for like the softer plates, but this one doesn't, and you just have to be aware of that. So if you are building it, especially if you're building a hot swap, there's nothing really to like keep the plate up, so you just have to be aware of that. Um, so some comments about the battery compartment. That's the other thing, is there was only one screw kind of keeping it flat, which one of the sides was like slightly lifted. Not really like a big issue, but I just wonder why they didn't put like two screws to kind of make sure it's really flat. But as you can see, it didn't like disrupt the board in any way. It was just kind of like, oh, oh, that one's like a little up. Also, the what is it? This cable was a little long, but that's fine. But those are just like some of the things that I kind of noticed. And some additional comments is, initially I thought this was one piece, but it's actually two pieces. And they make it so that I don't know why they did that. I'm guessing it has something to do with like the injection molded process and like having to do this because of like the internals, but it's it could be fun because especially if you buy multiple of these, you can mix and match like the mid piece, right? You could swap it out. So that's also something to consider. And they're making it so that you can buy a lot of the pieces like extra if you want, right? So to kind of just like go over really quick, but let's just show it again. So this is the Minimi40. This is an upcoming board, right? So as you can see, it is a very small board, right? That comes with a cover. This is supposed to look like a bento box. Oh my gosh. Oh, I'm doing it again. Oh, hold on. I'm doing it again. I'm accidentally pressing keys and it's editing the document. I gotta turn the Bluetooth off. Give me a second. Oh my gosh. Oh. Hold on. Okay. Boop. Okay, we're good. Okay. But yeah, so Minimi40, so this is one of 5 colors. This one is the white, and yeah, it has the cover. It's supposed to look like a bento box, and this functions as a cover or like as a wrist rest or as like a storage thing if you need. So looking at the cover, you can see that it does have this, silicone piece right here, and this is to kind of help for whenever you put it on the top to keep it into place. But it's also really good as a wrist rest because this also keeps this from like sliding around, as you can see, right? Whereas if this was just the plastic like this, you could see it would slide, but because it has this also incorporated, it stops it from like shifting, right? So I think that is a very clever design. But here's the front of the board. So you can see this has kind of like a rim, and that's for the cover to then close onto it, right? But the bezels are pretty even all throughout the sides and the top. Here's the side. So earlier I said this was a fake seam because I thought it was like the injection molding part, but turns out this is actually two separate parts, right? So you have this top part and this bottom part, and you can remove this, and technically you could put a different color here if you wanted to, but no harsh like corners, it's all very curvy. Here's the back, so here you can see the branding, Minimi40. And, you know, one thing I'm pretty surprised, well, I shouldn't say this. I shouldn't say, never mind. Okay, never mind. But yeah, so you do have the branding, the Minimi40. It's kind of large right here, but, you know, it's on the back. You have the 4 feet, okay? And then you have the USB port side, so it is a left-hand USB port right here. This is a daughter board, right? Uses the fly cable, so the one that like breaks away. And then here is, you know, the front lip. So there's no like, you know, like cherry lip, like it's all just very flat or straight, I should say. What else? This board uses leaf spring, so if you know what the salvation looks like, so same kind of concept. It's like a step above, I would say, like your regular tray mounting. You have 2 screws that kind of keep everything in place, and I'll show you guys where that is. Where is it? Oh, it's right here. So if you are trying to take this apart, right, you would take off the Z key, the S key, the question mark key, and the L, and you can see those 2 screws right here. And then we'll just grab our little tool. And this is what keeps like everything like inside the board. But if you were to remove this 2 screws right here, and the 2 screws right here, maybe it's easier if I have the keys now so I can kind of like pull it out. No, I'm just, oh god. Oh god. Okay, well, that plan failed. I was gonna pull it kind of like a what you call it, O-ring board, but I just use this and just pull this out. So it's just those 2 screws, and then you have, if you have the wireless, you'll have 2 cables, but it's just right here. So as you can see, it's a separate daughter board. Here are the aluminum leaf springs. So these are held in place by 2 screws. And then the middle part and the bottom part are held together by a total of 8 screws. So you can see I am missing a screw right here, but 4 on the top, 4 on the bottom. And this is the battery compartment. So you do have this one screw that keeps it in place. And by the design right here, there is like a sort of like hinge that it goes on, right? So that's what keeps that part. But as you can see, there's no screw right here. And that's what I was saying, like there's kind of like a little gap right here, but that's like a non-issue, but this is where the battery would then rest in place. But yeah, that's like the breakdown of the board. So I already kind of told you guys my thoughts about the board. There are some things that I thought was interesting that they either did or didn't include, but overall, I would say the biggest selling point for this board is all the compatibility that it'll have, like PCB compatibility. So what I mean by that is not like the layout necessarily of the PCB, but it's like the different styles of PCB that you have. So basically, you know, you'll have the staggered, which is, you know, quote unquote the normal, but there's also ortho. They're offering ortho, and they're also offering EC. And that's rare. You know, it's one thing for like an MX build to have, you know, EC, but it's another thing for an MX build to have, you know, the staggered, the ortho, and then have EC as well. And plus, I don't know that many 40s EC boards at the moment. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but I can't really think of any off the top of my head right now. Maybe you guys can. Also, this screw is just, this screw is gone forever. Hold on. So I'm gonna take this all off. EC40 is not common, they're starting to happen more, yeah. I just need to get to this one screw real quick. There's been a couple, but not a lot, yeah. As far as like the ones I've built, I haven't really built any 40s EC boards, but oh yeah, agar, yeah. But that being said, this one has 3 that you can pick from, and I think that for me is like a big selling point personally. While the board does start at a relatively like affordable price, I imagine once you add like all the different like PCBs and plates and stuff, because you know they're separate, I think that's where it all will kind of add up. But I think Canon Keys has been doing a really good job with creating these boards that are meant to, you know, I don't want to say like take a beating, but there are more affordable options that you can kind of take on the go. And you really see that here, you know, it has a cover, it has this little like sleeping bag or puffer jacket, it has like the straps. So, you know, if you do use a 40s, like, and you work at the office, this is like easily, you know, you could easily take this into the office and or out of the office and use it there, right? So I do think that's really cool. I think the other one that Canon Keys came out with, what, the Photon? I think is that the right name? But basically another injection molded keyboard that uses ZMK wireless, so you could easily take that like on the go with you. Would pair nice with the Surface tablet? Yeah. I will go over the details of the product page because it's a lot. It's a lot to like keep your eye out on, but give me one moment as I put this back in. Big Girls, bummed I got to stream late. Yeah, I mean, it's a small board, so I did build it pretty fast, but I did build a stabless. Sorry, Canon Keys. But, I mean, Upas is kind of like, Upas is a 40s user, right? So, surely he knows the tech as well. So, let me see. Yeah. Yeah. I like Canon Keys because I mean, Uvas, like, especially in their keycap sets, they always have, like, really good 40s compat. So, usually when I buy a Canon key set, I know, like, the compat will be good. Okay, let's see. Let me just put this on real quick so I don't have a bunch of keys, like, everywhere. And then we'll look at the product page. What was the name of the wooden board site? Barrett Collective? You wouldn't tell me the bullet train proto at Cave Life though? Oh my gosh. Wait, you for real just like asked? Is that how people get prototypes? They just ask. I mean, I guess the worst someone could say is no, but immediately asked, immediate no. Yeah, I mean, this is true. That's wrong. Yeah, that's true. I mean, Dash, you could just become a content creator. Okay, so one thing to note, they are making this tighter, so that's good. Oh, shit. Okay, so let's look at the product page just really quick so we know what we're getting into. Okay, so right here. Okay, YouTube. Okay, so this is their product page. It starts October 31st through December 3rd. Starts at 125 for wireless hot swap and 110 for wired hot swap, but there are multiple ones. Oh, Bear Grylls, thank you for the prime! Oh my gosh, I appreciate it. Welcome to the Potato Club. Enjoy all your new emotes. They're very cute. But thank you. So this is Canon Keys Discord. This is the Geek Hack thread in case you guys want to see it. And then this is the designer. But here you can see the breakdown of it. Here's everything you get like in the box. You get the lid, the base, PC plates the default. You get the 2 leaf springs, PCB of choice, fly daughterboard cable, battery if you get wireless, carrying pouch, which is specific to your case color, elastic strap, also specific to your case color. They're giving you a switch and keycap puller. Oh, sorry. I burped, sorry. Which is interesting, but maybe because of the Bluetooth switch. And you also get a USB cable. So here are all the add-ons. Beard designs good. Oh, really? We're just talking about how 30s is like a 30s and 20s users are like a different piece. But yeah, so you can see all these add-ons. So PBS, so this is the keycap set. I think Kesov mentioned it earlier, but yeah, this is the keycap set. So here is where it kind of gets like a little, you know, here's where it has all the options. So you have a wired solder PCB that's available in ortho and staggered. You have a wired hot swap PCB, also available in ortho staggered. You have the wireless hot swap PCB. So this is the only wireless one. It uses ZMK, also available in ortho staggered. And then you have a wired EC PCB. Okay, so 4 different PCBs, 3 of them wired, 1 of them wireless, 2 of them hot swap, 1 of them solder, 1 of them EC. Okay. And then you also have to remember that, you know, they're going to use different plates as well. So, but here you can see aluminum plate available in ortho staggered. You also have, so you have aluminum PC Palm FR4, okay? And then if you decide like, well, I got the Sage, but I don't like the elastic strap or the carrying pouch, you can buy them separate, right? So elastic straps in 5 colors, carrying pouch in 5 colors. If anything happens to your leaf springs for whatever reason, you can buy those too. But then you can buy extra lids, you can buy the extra case, you can buy extra feet and extra battery. Neat. So here's the 5 colors: white, black, sage, lavender, pink. Here are the PCBs I was talking about. So wireless is the only one that will be using CMK, whereas the other 3 will be using QMK. And the wireless hot swap will be most expensive, but you get a battery, it's wireless. Whereas this one, you know, it starts at 110. Here are the layouts, so you have staggered and ortho, and then here you can see you have the keeper pouch and the strap. And then other things to note, let's see. So I'm just gonna bullet point this really quick, but oh, Amber Alert. Oh my gosh. Okay. I see you, Amber Alert. Oh dang. Okay. So designed by Kibibi. This board is injection molded, inspired by Bento Box. It's a mix of ABS and PBT, 40%. Manufacturer is Curative. Am I saying that right? But let's see. So, they're fixing the straps. Oh, okay. So the wireless staggered PCB, just to talk about it, is that it uses a soft off, right? And so instead of just like waiting for your keyboard to go to sleep or for you to like turn it off manually, this is like their version of turning it off. But basically, you need to do a key bind, right? Sorry, give me one sec. Uh, 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 uh. Okay, but there's this thing called a soft off. So it's like their way of turning it off. But when you do that, the key presses won't work, battery is conserved, wireless is turned off, but it's basically an ultra low power mode, right? And that has one key bind, but then to turn it back on is a different key bind. And that's also something that I found very interesting. Yeah, Creative is the makers. Yeah, I just didn't know they started making keyboards. This is new, right? Like them making keyboards is new? Or am I just like out of the loop? But yeah, so soft off, one keybind to enter it, one keyboard or one keybind to enter off of it. We already talked about all of that. Oh, the PBS Crispin Mini Me kit is going to be $33. They don't have pricing on the EC one yet, but for those who are wondering, if you add on the PBS, the keycap set, it's $33. Anything else? I think that's it. Yeah, that's what they have it listed as. But yeah, I mean, that's all the notes I have on it. I guess my final thoughts is this is a very, very cute board, as you can see right here, right? And it offers like great layout options. Of course, if you're buying it for the sound, you kind of have to go into it with certain expectations. This is something that I could definitely see people wanting to mod, especially if they are using like a certain, or if they're looking for a certain sound profile. But I think for the way it's made, or how it's made and what's made out of, I thought actually it sounded fine to me, right? But there are so many like additional features of this board that I think kind of like dwarf the whole sound thing. If you're buying this for sound, I would say don't. But it has so many other features that come with it that I think make it worth, especially like the lower price point. But personally, if you are someone who's like sound is very important to me, like I I personally think for what it's made out of and how you assemble it, the sound is actually very fair. It's like acceptable, right? It's not something where I'm like, oh god, this is like unbearable to listen to. No, I think it's fine, right? But definitely this is a board that caters to, you know, if you're looking for something that, you know, you can take on the go, if you're looking for something with like a cover, something that you can, you know, take into the office like very easily. This would also be really good for like a tablet if you have like cats or dogs and you know you just want something to like cover, or if you eat a lot of chips at your desk like I do and you don't want to get into your keyboard, you can also easily just like cover it, call it a day. But the fact that it is wireless is also really fun. Um, and ZMK, from what I've used of it, has been really good so far. I'd say the configurator is like a little janky, um, and does need some working on, but the cool thing is that they're consistently working on it. So that's really good to see. But yeah, it's a multifunctional board, and I think for the pricing, it's very fair. And yeah, I think, yeah. Would I buy this personally? I think personally, yes, I would. Like, just alone for how small and cute it is, and also the fact that it will come with the EC kit. So, the chip part makes sense, except you should eat your chips over it. Yeah, that's true. You can always save it for later. But yeah, I hope it sells well. It's a great intro to small boards for people. Yeah. There's some things that I already mentioned that I thought was like a little weird. But other than that, I do think this is a very well designed board personally. So yeah, that's my thoughts. Thank you, Canon Keys, for sending it out to me. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed the stream, but I do really like this board, and it's honestly something I would consider getting. Right? All the options, in my opinion, make it worth it to me. But yeah, that's the build. That's it. Yeah, cute. Quick question. Have you used any keywords that have Raspberry Pis inside? I don't think so. Have I? Oh, I have. Oh, I have. Okay. Which ones? Hmm. Sorry, Sony. I guess I have. Thanks for the follow. But yeah, also if you guys are new here, if this is like your first time watching, or you somehow like stumbled upon here, my name's Patricia, or my IGN is pronounced like Xing Wang. I build and review keyboards, but I also play a lot of games. In terms of like, you know, what kind of keyboard do you use? I am an avid Alice user. I'm an Alice main. Between all the switches, I like linears, clickies, tactiles. In terms of like keyboard specs and what I like, mine is looks, feel, and then sound. In terms of ranking, like looks is the most important to me, and then feel, and then sound. So that's why some of the times I won't really comment on sound, because like it doesn't really matter to me. As long as it feels like, if it feels good but sounds like shit, I will still like using, like I'll still like it, you know. like like it doesn't bother me. Whereas if it looks really bad but sounds great, I won't use it. Like if it's not cute, if it's not like stunning, if it's not aesthetically pleasing, like please, like I'm not gonna use it. You know? Looks are priority, so shall, yeah. I mean, why have an ugly ass keyboard when you could have something so cute, right? This just brings me joy. Like look at this. Like, isn't this so nice? Yeah, where I am, so sound doesn't really matter to me, but yeah. But that's my like cliff notes. Am I playing some games after this? I could if you guys wanted. But yeah, aside from building keyboards, I normally build them on the weekends, but during the week, I either am playing games or I do ceramics. So, I don't get, you know, I almost got Cobble Bops today, and I thought about you. No, I haven't tried Fellowship, but I want to. I heard it's fun. Also, Unkit, we can get food sometime soon when you're less reclusive. Oh yeah, I could play Ball X Pit, which has been really fun. But yeah, I hope all the new people to the stream enjoyed it. And yeah, I build and review all kinds of keyboards. And no hate to 40s. I love 40s. I love the way they look, but I'm too small brained. I can appreciate and admire 40s, but it's just a little hard for me. I love the way they look. They're so cute, but when it comes to using it, like I'm just like, oh my god, help me. I know it's one of those things that I just have to like sit down and use it for like 6 months, but you know. What my thoughts? Keyboard on a phone, like keyboard case, like just like an extension. It's so weird to me. You know, I got called out the other day because of how I type on the phone, because sometimes I will use my thumbs to type, but then sometimes I'll use like my thumb and my index to type. So for example, like, let me show you. Let's see, like a blue sky, like, let me show you guys really quick. So like, you know, Like normal people text like this, right? Um, but sometimes I like to text like this. And I was called out for being weird for doing that. Weirdo. I was if, really. I feel like I type really fast like this. But sometimes it's hard because my fingers aren't as long. Like it's just so weird because I have, like this is much easier to me. I don't swipe. Uh, Sometimes I do, but I can't do that with my thumb. Got the ick out. Oh my gosh. Is it similar vibes to when you're going on a date and this person's so cool, but then when they start laughing, you're like, whoa, oh my gosh, Monka S. But I mean, it's a little different because I can do both. Whereas like laughing, you can't. It's hard to change that. So maybe that's not the best example, but come on, you guys. Like, it's efficient. It's efficient to type like that, in my opinion. Maybe you guys just have really big hands, you know? You're using a 30s when you see your phone. I love my BlackBerry. I didn't have a BlackBerry. I also did not have a Sidekick either. I have a Z Fold, so it's too big to swipe a Z. You can make the small keyboard smaller. You could, but then it looks weird, doesn't it? I had one of those, it was like the Nokia phone where it's kind of like a rectangle and then you would just push it up and then the keyboard would be down here. But other than that, when you closed it, it was like an MP3 player. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? Let me see if I can find it. I don't think Nokia makes phones anymore. Nokia phone 2000s. Let's see. Oh, not 2000s. That's too old. We want like uh all Nokia phones. Oh, let's see this. Uh oh, something like this. Hold on. I'll show you guys. Like something like this. You can see it, this part slides up, but then you can slide it down. Right? Do you guys kind of see that? Oh, wait. You messaged me and then I didn't see it until I was about to start stream. And now I'm like putting, was it 2 and 2, 1 and 1? I'm putting 1 and 1 together. And I do recognize. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Hello. I'm sorry I didn't or I couldn't respond until after, but I did see your message, so. They should bring back slide form factors. Yeah, I had something like similar to this. I also had one of those really cool phones from China where it was like, God, I'm gonna have to MS Paint this because I don't remember the name. Okay, so basically the phone looked like this. Okay. Okay. But then it basically would slide, right? So then it would look like this. And it was one of those like really cool phones from China that they didn't make in the US. But like here was like your keyboard. But this part would just slide up, or you could like slide it down. Like it was so cool. Like it wasn't just like the square where like you would then flip it down and then it would look like this. Oh my god, I forgot YouTube. Holy shit. I'm so sorry, YouTube. Oh!